Whether you're needing some help to get festive for the season or just to add some destinations to your already robust travel list, I have enlisted the help of my friend Kristin Luna from Camels and Chocolate to talk about all Christmassy destinations this year. Welcome, Kristin.
Thank you for having me.
I couldn't believe I tracked you down to get you here.
I know, I'm tough. I'm kind of like Santa Claus.
Right, in this busy travel season. So you are just one of the people I think of when I think of not only just doing a lot of travel, but really getting local, putting yourself into travel. So if there was anything you wanted to talk about in terms of people traveling and finding that destination that fits their personality, do you have any advice?
Well, I always pick like lists of cities that I'm really interested in going to because they have cool art or, you know, for me, breweries, distilleries, coffee shops, food, whatever it is. And then I connect with people locally before I go on social media. I go to the tourism website for whatever city that is. I find the kind of trailblazers in each town and follow them and come up with a list of places I want to go. And then I meet people when I get there and take their recommendations.
Perfect. Well, let's talk. All of these places are within driving distance of Nashville, but let's talk about the big trip first. Disney World.
Yes.
You can't mention the holidays without Disney World.
You can't.
And you've probably seen on social media even some non-holiday things. They've got Rise of the Resistance that just opened. You're seeing the new fireworks show, which is the Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks. There's so much to see and do in Disney, and really in Orlando, it's more than just Disney, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Disney parks. I've been going there since I was a kid. I also love Universal because if you're a Harry Potter fan, you have to do Wizarding World, but you have plenty of time at the Disney parks just to fill a couple days. And I would recommend going on a weekday before the schools get out if you can swing it, because what you don't want to do is be there during that mad rush in between Christmas and New Year's if you can help it.
Right, and it is all decorated now, or you can head over to Disney Springs even if you don't want to pay to go into a theme park or want to space out your time. They've got a lot of Christmas events there
so
as well.
much to do.
Okay, so driving, let's say within that 3-hour range, you talk about a couple different places. Dollywood is one of the places that I love to go for their Smoky Mountain Christmas. They just had the new Hallmark movie that was, I think, Christmas at Dollywood, which is crazy. So that's always a fun treat. But you mentioned some other places I hadn't thought of, like Huntsville and Memphis.
Yes, two of my favorite cities because you can easily get there in a weekend from Nashville. Huntsville's less than 2 hours. There's so much going on there because you have NASA and you've got all of the, you know, Space and Rocket Center, and you've got the people who are moving in to work at these places. So what comes from that is a really creative and vibrant city that's full of all sorts of attractions. Like they've got a tinsel trail downtown, they've got a light show at the Botanical Gardens, and anytime you go to Huntsville, any time of year, it's really fun and plenty to do with the kids, but Christmas especially is magical.
And they adapted to what their city is known for. Memphis, speaking of, I had never even thought of going to Memphis at Christmas time until you said something.
Yeah, I love Memphis. I think it's overshadowed by Nashville, but it is so cool. It's a city that's completely different than Nashville. I mean, they've got music, they've got soul, but they're also right there on the Mississippi River. They've got the bridge that's lit up every day of the year, not just Christmas time. During Christmas, they have all sorts of events and light shows going on downtown. They've got the Starry Night in Shelby Farms, which is really, really cool.
And the Peabody you mentioned.
The Peabody has Christmas afternoon tea with Santa. Like, how cool to take.
And the ducks are still there.
The ducks are still there. And they've got a massive Christmas tree in the lobby. And the great thing about the Peabody is it's free. You can go, I mean, obviously it's not free to stay there, but you can go and see the ducks at any day of the year, sit in the lobby, enjoy the decorations. You don't have to be a guest. But if you can get in on the Christmas tea with Santa, I would recommend it.
Okay, awesome. So now let's look at Nashville. If people just want to explore our town, Christmas at Opryland is obviously a personal favorite of mine.
Same.
Everything is going on until January 1st, so there's still plenty of time to go. You've got the outdoor lights, of course, the nativity, the tubing. There's so many things to do there. But what are some other places here in Nashville? Besides, I mean, I know I've talked about, have you been to Zoolumination yet at the
Not yet, but it looks amazing.
Isn't it crazy? I mean, it's the largest Chinese lantern festival in the country, and I haven't been yet either, but that's right by our house. I want to do that. Dickens of a Christmas, you've mentioned, in Franklin.
This weekend, it's going to be the biggest they've done yet. It's the 35th year. All of downtown Franklin already looks like you're in kind of a Dickens tale, but this weekend specifically, they've got over 200 characters who will be roaming around downtown, a Victorian village, a beer garden, crafts vendors of all kinds. So if you've been, you know, slow to do your Christmas shopping, you could do it all this weekend. And again, it's free, so why wouldn't you go?
And there's so much more. We don't have time to talk about everything. I know the Governor's Mansion tour is free. Cheekwood's Holidays Lights.
One of my favorites.
So much to do. Tell people where they can find you for some of your great travel tips.
Oh, so my travel tips, my blog is camelsandchocolate.com, and on social media, I'm Lunatic at Large. So I share a lot of my travels on Instagram and Twitter as well.
Great, thank you. Hope that you'll take advantage of some of these and be traveling with us this holiday season. Thanks, Kristin.
Thank you.